Good morning, everybody. It's story time. Come on, grab your friends. We'll go to imagination's end. Through song and laugh, there's lots of learning, and the fun never ends. It's story time. Thank you so much for joining me this morning. I'm Mrs. Allie with the Naples Library, and I'm here in the children's room to offer you your story time of the week. It looks a little bit different today, doesn't it, guys? And I have to admit, I'm a little bit late, but that's because I was busy playing in my laboratory. Laboratory. That's just a fancy word for a place where people do science experiments. Science experiments are, they can be a whole bunch of different things. But today, I'm going to show you a really cool experiment. I'll show you what an experiment is by doing an experiment. Today, we're going to make green slime. And I'm so excited to make green slime with you guys. We're making green slime because next Wednesday is St. Patrick's Day. And the color of St. Patrick's Day is green and also gold. So we're going to add some glitter to our green slime. With some very simple ingredients, you can make green slime at home. It's so easy and it's so much fun. It's a little bit messy though, so make sure you have a grown-up with you when you make it, okay? All right, I'm going to show you all the things you need to make green slime. Are you ready? Okay, so to start, we're going to need some Elmer's school glue. I have a couple of bottles here. We're also going to need a couple of Dixie cups. We're going to need some warm water. This is a cup full of water, and it's warm, nice and warm. Not hot, not cold, warm. We're also going to need some gold glitter, which is optional. You can use any color glitter you want, or no glitter. I know that glitter is moms and dads and grown-ups' favorite thing to have all over the house. We're also going to need some food coloring. I chose green today. You can choose purple, red, pink, yellow, whatever color you like. And of course, we're going to need a spoon to stir all of our stuff. Okay, I have a fancy cheat sheet right here that I'm going to be looking at a little bit too, just to make sure that I stay on track. That's okay. That's what scientists do. And you're a scientist today with me. So first, we're going to squeeze some glue into a little Dixie cup. The amount of glue that we're going to squeeze into this Dixie cup, we're going to use a spoon. We're going to take the top off of this glue. Ooh, don't spill it. We're going to pour to fill the spoon. That's one. We're going to do that 4 times. 2. 3. 'Oh, it's sticky because it's glue, huh? 4. 4 spoonfuls of glue go into our Dixie cup here. I'm just going to go ahead and use my finger to push all the rest of the glue in there. Then we're going to add some warm water. We're going to add the same amount of warm water as we did glue. Be careful. Can you do it? 1. 2, I almost overflowed. 3, 4. Don't worry about getting it perfect because we are making slime, so it's not gonna be perfect. And we're gonna stir it up, mix it up real careful so we don't slop it out the sides. Mix it up real careful in there. Mix it, mix it, mix it, until it looks like it's all coming together. You don't want to see any pieces of glue in there. Let's see if I can kind of tip it. You don't want to see any pieces of glue. You want it to just be looking like it's kind of like milk. You want this to look a little bit like milk in our little Dixie cup. Okay, and once we've stirred that all together, we're going to put it in our bowl. We might have a little bit more luck mixing it in the bowl. Let's kind of mix it around here. Make sure we have the right consistency, which means that it's not too thick and it's not too thin. It's all perfectly melted together. Nice. So we have runny, gluey, milky mixture here. Perfect. I'm going to use my finger again and scooch all the rest of that glue and water into the bowl. With my other Dixie cup, I'm going to pour in the same amount of water that I just poured in the other Dixie cup, okay? So we're going to do 1, 2, ooh, I spilled some. That's okay, I'll do a little bit more this time. That makes up for what I spilled. 3, 4. We have 4 spoonfuls of water, and I've got to find something to clean up my mess. Of course, I don't have anything to clean up my mess. I wasn't prepared. I'll have to use this shirt. It's okay, it's just water. Make sure you have a paper towel handy. Messes do happen. Everybody makes mistakes. Okay. We have 4 spoonfuls of water, and we're going to do 1/2 of a spoonful of borax. Borax. This stuff we get at the store near the laundry detergent. It's totally harmless. I mean, we shouldn't eat it, but it's totally harmless to have on our hands. It's not going to burn us or anything. We're going to get 1/2 of a big spoon here of borax, and maybe a little bit more for good measure. Boop. And we're going to stir that together in our little cup till it's all mixed up and there isn't any powder left. Make sure you get all the little nooks and crannies in there, because powder likes to hide in the nooks and crannies. But the warm water should help it dissolve better. That should help it come together better, so that there aren't too many pieces of powder in the corners. Perfect. We're going to put our borax away. Then I'm going to get my food coloring. I'm only going to add 2 drops. That's all I need. Food coloring is very powerful. So I have 1 drop, boop, 2 drops, boop. That's enough to make the whole thing green. I'm going to scrape my spoon off with my finger. Come over here and stir the green food coloring into my glue and water mixture. Ooh, we have a pretty green color. You see that green? My glue is now green. And then slowly, super slowly, I'm going to pour my borax and water into my glue while I'm stirring it. And when I stir it, you can see that it starts to come together. You see that? Eek! That's slime. We'll put about 1/2 of that in there. Whoa, it's starting to slime up. You see that? And then we're going to add some glitter. because everybody loves glitter. So I sprinkled some glitter into my slime. Oh, we're really starting to slime now. Oh boy, I'm gonna add a little bit more of my borax and water mixture and keep stirring. Don't stop stirring, keep stirring. You're almost there, you've almost got slime. Wow. It's so gooey. Look at this, guys. That turned from all being watery and milky into slime. It's so cool. I'm gonna bring it over and show you. Look at this, guys. We made slime. Woo! And it's got gold glitter in it. Isn't that so cool? You can stretch it. You can play with it. It's gooey, it's fun, it's super silly, and it's easy to make. We can all make that at home. Super cool, right? You did it, guys. With some easy steps, we can make green slime. Good job. Good job, everybody. All right, with my paper towel that I don't have, I'm going to wipe my hands off now. I have an extra mask over here, so I'll wipe my hands on my mask. So I have clean hands, and then make sure you help your grown-up pick up their workspace. Let's put everything back where we found it, and then we can play with our cool colored slime. Feel free to make lots of different colors slime. You can make green and then you can make red, and you can play with them both. See what they're like when you take them outside. I hope you enjoyed making slime with me today. There we go. Our area is all clean except for our slime. Alrighty. Now that we've finished making slime, we're on to the rest of our story time. I like to rhyme. Can you tell? All right. Gonna let you down. Boop, 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 boop. And then I'm gonna read you guys a book. Today we're celebrating St. Patrick's Day, like I said before. And to celebrate St. Patrick's Day, we have a new book in the library. The library has gotten us the book, How to Catch a Clover Thief. This book is by Elise Parsley, and it's a really silly book. Let's start. This is a Little Brown and Company book. It was published by Little Brown and Company. Here we start in the beginning. What is the biggest color you see here? What's the most you see? Green, like St. Patty's Day. And what do we have happening here? Well, what kind of animal is that? Can you tell? That is a wild boar, which is like a pig, only he lives in the wild. And then what is this up here in the corner? That is a woodchuck or a gopher. So this guy, the wild boar, looks like he's sitting in the lawn looking at a clover. And he says, the stems were tall, the leaves were large. Roy couldn't believe his luck. All his Clover Patch needed were those sweet white blossoms, and then he could gobble up his favorite snack. They were nearly ready. He just had to be patient. It's hard to be patient sometimes, isn't it? Don't even think about stealing my patch of clover, Jarvis, Roy said, eyeing his neighbor. And Jarvis just shook his head.
Heavens! I wouldn't think of it, Roy. After all, clover's hard to come by in these woods, and you found it first. It clearly belongs to you, he said.
It does, said Roy. Now go away. It's about to bloom.
Say, you know what you need, Roy, old buddy? Here, this cookbook will help you plan some new recipes while you wait for those delightful blossoms.
Well, that was awful nice of Jarvis to offer him a book on how to cook. Jarvis hopped off while Roy kept an eye on his clover. And he read the first recipe. Ooh, that says chilled clover soup, that recipe says. And the second recipe, which is clover salad mix. The third recipe called for mulberries and mushrooms. Look at these mushrooms he went to get off of the tree. Yum, yum. That's going to be so tasty with his clover. But when Roy returned from his foraging, his patch was smaller. The next day, Jarvis skipped into the clearing.
What's the matter, Roy?
Go away, Jarvis. My clover's ready to bloom, but there's a clover thief around here. So I've got to stand guard day and night.
My, said Jarvis. You know what you're going to need, Roy? A proper campsite. Here, this guidebook will give you all the tips and tricks.
Roy resisted. I don't want that silly book. But finally, he picked up the book and he pitched a tent. And he built a campfire, all so that he could guard his clover. But by the time Roy finished carving out a canoe, crash! His patch was even smaller. Oh no. So the next day, Jarvis peeked into the clearing. Go away, Jarvis, said Roy. I'm hungry and I'm mad and I've been staying awake guarding this patch day and night. That's all I will do till my clover blossoms.
Roy,
said Jarvis.
do you know what you need?
Let me guess, said Roy. Another book.
No. Company,
Jarvis said, as he came through the fence.
Mind if I...
Oh, all right, shouted Roy.
You're gonna love this one, said Jarvis. It's a textbook I've been reading about recent advancements in aerospace engineering.
I don't even know what aerospace engineering is, said Roy.
You will soon enough. Listen to this,
said Jarvis. And Roy listened for a while. Then it was nothing but orbital inclination and nose cones. All this space gobbledygook and alien this and alien that and gravity and moons and stars and blah, blah, blah. When Roy awoke, the clover was completely eaten up, right down to the nubbins. Oh no. How can this be? Cried Roy. Then he froze and snarled. Wait, where is that gopher? That gopher?
Oh, I Why, Roy? Jarvis gulped. Did I hear that your clover is, completely gone? That's terrible. Sheesh. And after all you've done to protect it. So, what are you gonna do? Jarvis, said Roy, I think you know exactly what I'm going to do. He was so angry. I'm going to get a book. Jarvis squeaked. Oh, thank goodness. I mean, of course, a book. The perfect way to pass the time when your clover grows back. Off you go, Roy. Roy rushed to the library where he waited for his clover to grow. Roy read and read and reread and looked up words that he didn't know, and then he read some more. And Roy didn't see Jarvis for weeks. What is happening underground there? Looks like he's digging and digging and digging. But when he did, do you see what Jarvis is digging to? All that clover. But when he did see Jarvis, whoop, crack, 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 shop, 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 boom, zip. What is that thing? Oh, that's crazy. Looks like it took him by the head and put him down the slide and up the conveyor belt and boing on the spring over to the basket and zooped him right away from that clover he wanted to eat. Clonk, bing, whoop, 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 woo, da-dump. Roy was ready. Oh no, Jarvis got attached to a rocket. He just needed the right book. The book that he was reading is How to Catch a Clover Thief. Get it? And off he sent Jarvis away from his clover patch forever. The end. A super silly book that teaches you that you can learn anything from reading, right? How to Catch a Clover Thief. And let's see. And I think, friends, that is going to conclude our story time today. We're already at a half an hour. Can you believe that? That went right by. Thanks so much for stopping in to make some cool green slime with me today and read all about clover thieves and all about how to read about clover thieves in books. So thanks for stopping by for our St. Patrick's Day story time today, and I hope that I see you next week as well. Next week we're going to be celebrating the next season. Winter is almost over, so guess what season is next? Spring! And the first day of spring is next Saturday. A week from tomorrow, it's going to be spring. Isn't that so great? I can't wait. All right, guys, I'll see you then. Enjoy the weather today. I hope you enjoy the sun outside and you go out and you show it your beautiful face. And I'll see you next week, okay, everybody? Feel free to stop into the library and say hi to me. Bye-bye, everybody. Have a great rest of your day.